I will be demonstrating 4 flexibility assessments in this video. Before beginning the assessments, start with a 5 to 10 minute aerobic warm-up. We will begin with the Canadian trunk forward flexion test, which tests the flexibility of the hamstrings and lower back. Remember to remove your shoes to allow the soles of your feet to be flat against the box. Place one hand on top of the other so you do not lead with one hand, and ensure that the knees are not bent, and as you begin to reach forward as far as possible, exhale and hold for 2 seconds. This assessment must be completed twice and is scored in centimeters, and the best of 2 scores is recorded. My final score was 35.56 centimeters, which placed me in the very good category after subtracting 3 from the values in the table. Next is the YMCA sit and reach test, which also tests the flexibility of the hamstrings and lower back. Sit and place a yardstick on the floor with a strip of tape on the 15-inch mark, and place your feet on the edge of the tape 10 to 12 inches apart. For this assessment, remember you must also remove your shoes. Again, place one hand on top of the other and reach out as far as possible as you exhale, making sure your knees are not bent and making sure your fingers touch the yardstick, and hold again for 2 seconds. This assessment must also be completed twice and is scored in inches, with the best of the 2 scores being recorded. I was able to reach for 17 inches, which placed me in the above average category. The next assessment is the chair sit and reach test, which is usually used for older populations due to their limitations. This assessment also measures the hamstrings and lower back flexibility. To complete this assessment, a chair 17 inches in height is needed and must be placed against the wall. There is no need to remove your shoes. A ruler is also needed. Remember to sit at the edge of the chair and extend one leg with the ankle dorsiflexed and keep the untested leg flat on the floor. With your hands on top of each other, slowly bend forward as you exhale and hold the final position for 2 seconds. The ruler is placed parallel to the big toe on the extended leg, and the assessment is scored in inches. The space between the big toe and the fingertips is a negative score, and if the fingers go past the big toe, it is counted as a positive score, while touching the toe is scored as 0. The final assessment is the Thomas test, which assesses flexibility in the hip flexors. To begin, lie in a supine position. Bring the leg that is not being tested to your chest. If the straight leg remains in contact with the floor, the hip flexors of that leg are flexible. This test is scored as flexible or inflexible. The assessment must also be done on both sides, and I scored as flexible. Thanks for watching.